Hey guys, welcome back to Knock Knock episode number 5. So let's dive into this episode. See, I'm going to say something makes people very uncomfortable. That is, thinking about death is the most important thing you can do. Not morbidly, not depressingly, but you have to think clearly. So, because here's what I have realized you are going to die, right? Not eventually, soon. In the cosmic sense, you are already dead. And the moment you actually accept it, not intellectually, but feel it, everything becomes different. Your priorities shift, your fear shrinks, and your clarity sharpens. This is what Heidegger called being toward death. And I think it's the secret to living well. See, most philosophy starts with big questions, right? What is truth? What is justice? What is a good life? But Heidegger stated somewhere else. He said, before you answer any of that, you need to confront this. You are a being that dies. That's not one fact about you among many. That's the fundamental fact. Everything else flows from that. So he called it being toward death, not being toward life. Toward death, okay? Because your whole existence is moving in one direction. And you know it. Even if you never think about it, you know it. So, what does that do to you? Well, most of the time we live in what Heidegger called inauthentic existence. We just follow the script, we do what people do, we care about what people care about, the job, the money, the status, the pride, and the societal norms and the likes. So, we are sleepwalking, right? But that only works if you can pretend you have time, unlimited time. So, time to figure it out later, time to do the real thing eventually. Time to be yourself when you're more successful, more secure, and more something. But one day, death can come at us all in the end, right? And Sigmund Freud also stated that ultimate goal of all life is eventually death, and death takes that away. So when you actually think about dying, not someday, but that it could be tomorrow, could be today, the script becomes laughable. That promotion, those extra followers, and that thing you said you'd do someday. Suddenly it looks very different, right? The Stoic understood this, and Marcus Aurelius didn't say meditate on abstract virtues. He said, remember you will die today, tonight, and then maybe next year. It's called memento mori, and, uh, and everyone should follow this because you must die. And he was the most powerful person in the room. He still did it every day. Why? Because it works. So when you know you are dying, you stop tolerating bullshit and you stop being polite to people who train you and you stop doing work that feels empty. You stop waiting. So a guy knew got a cancer scare and malignant tumor, maybe 6 months to life. He spent 2 weeks in complete panic and then something shifted. So he said, and I'll never forget this. I have spent so much time preparing for the life I never actually lived. And then he recovered. He's fine now. But the left, but he left his job, moved cities, started something that actually mattered to him. So it took a near death to make him honest. But here is the thing: you don't need the near death. You already have the death that's coming. The only variable is how long you pretend it is not. So here's what Heidegger and Stoics are really saying. If you're serious about living authentically, you have to let death be your teacher. Not constantly, you'd go insane, but regularly sit with it. Ask yourself, if I die today, would I be okay with how I spent this week, this year, or this life? most answers will hurt. Good. That hurt is honest. That hurt is a beginning of change. And it's not pessimistic, it's the opposite. Once you accept that you are dying, you're finally free to live. You stop postponing, you stop tolerating, and you stop sleepwalking. So you just ask what actually matters to me, and then this is the hard part. You do it not eventually now. So it is the only honest thinking because it's the only thought that can't be intellectualized anyway. So you can debate philosophy forever, but you can't debate this. You're going to die, so what are you going to do about that? You are already inside. Stop knocking. Thank you for listening this episode and have a great day. Bye bye.